Here's the living room. Here's the table. Here's his books and half moons and dwarf parrots. And here's his degrees. They were sacred. Okay, here's his Barnes and Noble. And here's a little head sitting on top of Starkweather. 9 people died so that Bill Allen became famous. Here's, where are your books? Oh, here they are. The Earth Abideth, which has his introduction in it. Can't read this one. Starkweather, short essay, Starkweather, Walking Distance, to Tojo from Billy Allen or Billy Bob or somebody.
Billy Bob Jones.
Billy Bob Jones. The Fire in the Bird Bath.
And Other Disturbances.
And Other Disturbances. He wrote the introduction to The Adventures of Huckleberry Finn. Here's one of his other famous books. And here's his biography. Oh, here's Aransas, The Life of a Texas Coastal Country, Starkweather, Walking Distance. I didn't know anything about this book. I never heard, oh, here's his very first important book, Half Moons and Dwarf Parrots. And here's his biography, In My Time. Yeah, not only did you found the magazine, you have all these vast numbers of publications in top magazines.
Yeah, it's kind of astonishing.
What
You do
is-
them one by one, you don't know how, what they're adding up to. From my own experience with all the writing.
Yeah, you certainly did. Here's all his writings, his many, many, many articles and other things. Reader's Digest.
Puberty is.
Puberty Is, William Allen and Dave Christensen. Reader's Digest. No, the Beastie. Reader's Digest. Well, I'll find that. Oh, you have several in Reader's Digest. I didn't realize that. The Big Country, John Jakes. And here's all the things he has written in magazines. Many, many, many. Here's Discovery, the articles he wrote, Esquire,
Saturday Review.
Esquire, Westways, Saturday Review, wherever that is.
There's so many of them in there.
Yeah, I know. Boy, you were really writing. Wow. It sure is.
Every one of those books I had a lot to do with.
And you had a lot to do with a number of films, too.
Pardon?
You had a lot to do with a number of films, too. You were in the Discovery Channel recently with Starkweather. And then that film about the FBI fight. What was the name of
Platt.
Yeah, what was the name of that? Well, whatever it was, Maddox and Platt. The murderers he bought his house from Maddox.
Yeah.
The worst FBI fight ever, gunfight ever.
Yeah. And the movie was called In the Line of Duty.
Oh, yeah, okay. Huh. Yeah, it's quite a history.
Yeah, every one of those books are very personal. You know, I was even, you know, like the Quilters, you see that on the upper right?
Let me see that. Yeah.
That was written by my second wife with me. I mean, it's not, they're not just books that I picked up somewhere.
Big
And then,
hair.
William Price Fox Jr. wrote Ruby Red. He was my teacher.
Oh, he was. Huh. Well, John Jakes wrote North and South, which was a series on TV, and Bill Allen enticed him to OSU and presented him with a degree in front of an honorary doctorate in front of a football stadium, the Horseshoe.
Right out in the middle of the football stadium.
Right out in the middle of the football stadium. In front of how many people?
80,000.
80,000 people. So that's something. And Bill stayed with him in
Hilton Head.
Hilton Head beforehand. Yeah, that's really something.
I've had a great life.
You certainly have.
Can you imagine? I mean, I was an entity that went around to different places.
All over the world.
And if I hadn't done it, then it wouldn't have happened. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. He introduced
John
many.
Jakes and I were just really great friends.
Great. He's still writing, isn't he?
Well, yeah, and, you know, Rachel was terrific, his wife. I was very happy to stay with them, and they wanted me to stay. Apparently.
Great. How old is he?
Okay, how old am I?
You're 71.
Well, he's pushing 80.
Wow. Well, you'll have to get back with it and catch up to him.
What?
You'll have to get back to your writing and catch up to him.
Well, what?
Who all did you meet there? Kurt Vonnegut and who?
Kurt Vonnegut and William Price Fox and dozens of other writers. I mean, they all kind of lumped together. But Iowa had the best writers, teachers in the country. They would come in. They're not teachers, they're writers. And they come in and they talk about writing. And that's how I got to know everybody. And I was in heaven.
Mm-hmm.
And but they never really got anywhere. I mean, nobody made a movie from them, but they're good scripts.
There's scripts you and Ken Harris, 4 scripts you and Ken Harrison made for movies, full length.
Yeah, he was a filmmaker. I could have been over 30 years old. No. 71.
Well, you've already accomplished everything, though, that other people would only dream of doing.
I think they thought I was somebody.
Well, you were.
Somehow you have to render it, don't you?
Yeah.
I mean, you're collecting incredible data, right?
Yeah.
And what are you going to do with it?
I don't know. My problem now is getting it, and then I'll try to figure out what I'm doing with it later.